I'm back. I decided I wanted to try and do this dungeon tonight, so I'm going to attempt that real quick. But in order to do so, I have to queue for this, which, as a DPS, we all know is gonna take a while. So, when last we left off, we'd created a Talos to grab onto Mount Gulg and fought our way up. Now we are trying to face Volthri, who is the last remaining Sin Eater. Not Sin Eater, the last remaining... Can't remember what they're called. Lightwarden. Specifically, the Lightwarden of Calusia. And this is where we wait. It's our waiting zone. Beautiful, isn't it? Love this place. Can't go past this. It won't let me. So, just kind of gotta wait. Oh, that's not bad. 11 minutes. So yeah, I think the initial part of this is going to be just a little bit of waiting. I was gonna see if I could have friends join me initially, but then I got the urge to do it tonight. I had some time, so I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna get this out of the way. See how it goes. My sleep pose is messed up. There we go. Cat sit. So how are you? Let's talk. This is so goofy. Have you ever seen a more terrifying image in your life? Poking around on stuff. Yeah. I had a kind of chill day doing stuff. I was very sleepy. I may have stayed up way too late recently, so I wasn't paying attention to the time. Also don't mind my screenshot sounds. I could go into gpose while we're here. That could be fun. I can play in gpose. Show you guys how I do. I don't think I'm necessarily great at gpose, but I enjoy it. You know, little pensive, thoughtful little dude. I don't like my photos blown out, but I also don't like them to be too dark. Then you can just go through the filters until you find the filter you like. Which, for this one, I kind of like no filter. Or the pastel filter. The pastel filter is nice. I like increasing the depth of field. And then you just take your shots. I think I'll just go with none. And then you can go in here and you can set their eyes to follow you. This here is a real game changer that I found, is the camera zoom. You can also change the angle. It's very fun. I shouldn't be playing in gpose, I should be doing productive things like getting all those aether currents. But it's fun. It's fun to play in gpos sometimes. Gotta commemorate the occasion. Did he just blink? He absolutely just blinked. Oh my word. Come on, Dim. Good enough. Okay. No, we're gonna go be productive now. Because we're gonna wait for a bit. So we're gonna go to the Raktika Greatwood. Oh, I can't teleport it this time. Well, I queued. Let me go. You watch me. I'm gonna exit to Calusia. Hi. There we go. Lucky time! Oh, that's the wrong button. This is like my usual go-to. Oh, there we go! That's all I gotta do. I gotta teleport to Raktika Greatwood to try and get Aether Currents, and then my cube will pop. Here we go. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot to turn that off.
Are you so determined to die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
Alright, I'm going to turn that off really quick.
Come! Prepare for judgment! This will be an emergency!
There we go. Did he really just say this would be mercy? Hi, cat. This is not climbing all over me. Can you please don't?
I will crush you! Fine! Fine if you refuse to die! Oh. I will strip you of the illusion of will!
How did I get confused? I looked away!
Yes! That will be your punishment!
Stop, kitty. Oh.
Suffer, suffer, suffer! Suffer and know your
Well, that's not what you want to have happen.
Why do you not fall?
Probably won't be on stream for very long, but I just really wanted to do this dungeon tonight before bed.
It burns! It burns!
Oh no, he's hot.
I shall embrace this trial.
He really is so pretty though. Can I have his hair, please? Hello, Panheima. Cat. I have a cat on my arm. Oh, this run is so scum. Finally settling down.
Your reckoning starts!
Interesting how he's got like not his AoE or lines of attack. They're like S-shaped. Curved.
Atone with your life!
I cannot help with this. I almost instinctively tried to help with Resing, and then I was like, I don't have that ability. That's not good.
Atone with your
I'm gonna try it. I don't think we're gonna make it, but it's worth a shot. Oh, we are not gonna make it. Ah. Go, Dark Knight, go! Go, Dark Knight, go! Oh. Can't tell if I killed the entire party or not.
This is the pattern of my ascension. Very well. I shall embrace this fight. Feel my wrath.
I appreciate that it starts us at the second point, because, oh my word. It would suck to have to go through the entirety of it again. My dot's not on him. I say his name is Innocence. Got bones up. Yay! Just collecting them. For science.
Your reckoning comes!
That's good.
I shall excite the sin of your existence!
I put it up in time this time. No, you're not. Who do we give the comms to? I'll give it to the tank, because that was some badass tanking there at the end. Oh wait, that was the paladin. Oops. Goodbye! Alright. Here we go. Oh jeez. Well, this is a screenshot that must be taken. There we go. I don't like the fact that there's no music. Is that Vothri? Yeah, he kind of transformed. I see. It's finally over then. Now night will return to all of Norvrant, bringing salvation to both of our two worlds. Upon speaking to Rain, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Should you leave the area, you may return here by speaking with the sentry posted at the entrance to Mount Gulg. Alright, well that answers that question. I do indeed have music on. Here we go.
Am I cast down? But it is you who are the villains. Father told me that I am hope. I am righteousness. That I am a god. That is why I was born, as man and sin eater both. I kept the people safe. They respected me. Worshipped me. How can this be? I should be the one looking down at you. Damn you! I am your god!
Last bit of light.
Look! The sky!
Did it?
Fools! Were it not for my decisive action, the whole city would have been overrun, razed to the ground. Yet they dare to complain about casualties? Spare me. I'll wager they were put up to it by those wretches who seek to usurp me. They're stirring up the citizenry. But if they think I will yield to the likes of them, they are gravely mistaken.
To be subjected to such deplorable treatment, such ingratitude. You have my sympathies, sir. You do so much good for this city, and you could do so much more were you not surrounded by fools.
Who are you? You're not supposed to be in here.
My apologies for the intrusion, but I come bearing a proposal, one that will ensure the longevity of your reign. But give me the word, sir, and I will bring hither a Lightwarden. By giving its power to the babe within your lady wife's womb, we shall create a transcendent being. A king to rule over all. And as sire to the king, your authority will never again be in question.
Oh, I forgot that's happening.
Amazing. Before my Vorthri, they behave as docile pets. With this gift, my line should be guaranteed power for perpetuity. We shall rule the whole world.
By all means, sir. United under Yulmor's banner, men will cease fighting and abandon their ambitions. Thus, they will grow fat and complacent, and in their sloth, seal your supremacy.
Are you all right? Say something!
"12 Forfend. He cannot contain the light. He's beginning to turn. Urianger, if you've aught up your sleeve, now is the time."
It's changing back!
The combined power of every Lightwarden is too terrible a burden for any one soul to bear. And so I shall relieve you of it.
Exarch! What are you doing?
I will channel this profusion of power to the Crystal Tower and use it to travel to other worlds. As I have dreamed of doing ever since I first learned of their existence. Who would choose to remain here in this dying realm when they might go elsewhere and begin anew? Not I. And thus did I use you.
No, I don't believe you! It doesn't make sense!
Damn you! We won't let you do with him as you please.
Do not interfere! Please, I beseech you all, let him go!
You knew of this, Urianger. "'Tis all a fiction. Such vaguely defined acts of teleportation stand no chance of success. The Exarch will never live to see another world, as he knows only too well.
Then, what does he mean to do?
He means to take the light with him into the rift, where he will die. From the beginning, he intended to sacrifice himself to save our friend and Norvrant.
At Journey's End, an opportunistic thief makes off with the hero's prize. A paltry way to end a chapter, I concede. Yet your tale will continue, and my role in it will scarcely be remembered. Worry not. Whatever should become of me, I will be happy and free, safe in the knowledge that I have played my part. Thank you for fighting for this world, for believing. Fare you well, my friend, my inspiration.
Only those who possess the royal eye of the Allagan Imperial line are capable of controlling the Crystal Tower. Such individuals do not exist in the First. Therefore, in all likelihood, the Exarch arrived here with the tower. This much I had surmised, yet I could not discern his grand scheme. To think that he went through all this trouble for the sake of a single hero. It's almost admirable in its absurdity. Alas, it is not your grand scheme that will succeed, but ours.
You bastard!
Stay put. Your friend is still alive, but whether he remains so depends on you. What a disappointment you turned out to be. I placed my faith in you, let myself believe that you could contain the light. But look at you now, halfway to becoming a monster. You are unworthy of my patronage.
What do you intend to do as you created fathers? What do you intend to do?
I am an Ascian. My heart's sole desire is to usher in the great rejoining. 100 years ago, I entrusted my comrade Logriff with the task of increasing light's sway over this world. This we sought to do by manipulating heroes. When that failed to achieve the desired result, I created Vorthri. But thanks to your meddling, that too has ended in failure.
What was your true purpose in approaching us?
By your 12, boy, have I not told you before that everything I said was the truth? You were specimens by which I might gauge man's potential as it stands. I genuinely had an interest in you, genuinely considered taking you on as allies. Provided he could contain and control the light. If not, then he, and by extension you, would be of no use to me. 'Twas as simple as that.
So, we've been found wanting. How disheartening. But even had we fulfilled your conditions, there was no guarantee that we would cooperate. What then?
Then I simply kill you all. At the very least, it would restore the world to the way it was before you went about trouncing Lightwardens willy-nilly. Suffice it to say, it would be most inconvenient to have all that light taken away. And I would be lying if I were to claim his actions didn't have me worried.
Don't touch him.
You still retain your form and your senses. But you have all but become a Sin Eater. Whether you will it or no, your mere existence will serve to engulf the world in light. Those in your company will likewise turn into Sin Eaters, and in time you will succumb to your base instincts and hunt innocents to feast on their sweet, sweet ether. Those few with the will left to fight may rise up against you. But before your absolute might, they will quickly know despair. There is no hope. We are finished. Mankind is finished. Ah, the irony. What Vorfrey achieved through bliss, you achieved through despair. But I have overstayed my welcome. I shall look forward to seeing you bring the world to its knees, hero. Exarch! I have naught to show for all the time and effort I invested in you. He is a small token for my troubles. I did not expect that I could learn aught from man, but I may yet learn something from all the knowledge he had hoarded for his precious hero. I pity you, I do. Your friends are now your foes. If you do not kill them, they will kill you. When it all becomes too much to bear, seek me out at my abode in the dark depths of the Tempest. There, you may complete your descent into madness with some dignity, far from prying eyes. Till then, I bid you farewell, Eater.
Ah, finally.
Hi. Was it just a dream? What happened?
You're confused. And small wonder. After you collapsed, Emmet's self vanished. Then Reen did what she could to stay the raging of the light within your body. Thanks to her, you're still you, but she's only delayed the inevitable. You're not going to like what you see, but you still need to see it. It's like this all over. The whole of Norvrant is shrouded in light again. And it's because of you, and the power you absorb from the Wardens. No one knows but your friends. When they carried you down from the mountain, they told everyone waiting below that they didn't understand why the light had returned. And now they're out there trying to allay the people's fears, while searching for a way to save you. If you're well enough to be up, you're well enough to get some fresh air. Better that than stewing in here. Go on. Go.
That's one of my headset cut out the first time I saw that. In the middle of the cutscene. So I didn't really get to experience the whole thing. Oh, those hit hard. Well then, you're gonna die unless they find a way to save you. Now we gotta save Grahatia. Oh, sir, you're awake. You were injured during the foray on Mount Golg, yes? I was here at my station as always when they carried you in on a makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has, well, I'm sure you've seen, has everyone rather concerned to say the least. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Let's go check in on people. Make sure they're okay. Tell them I'm okay. Well, well. Look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend, I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. And they told me some evil bastard went and snatched up our poor exarch away in the midst of the chaos. Wicked White, what is this world coming to? But moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarian folk stand tall and do what needs be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Jessamile was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. Oh my word, that quest just knocks you over and stomps on you. Cheerful little crystal tower boy. He's just helping us the whole time. Went to sleep to save himself for the future, and now he's back. But now he's all in danger. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spaggit Cricks. Kyrugians were forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grow ever more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. And our own Morin has been little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another. Everyone's so worried about me. What about you, Dim? They're all worried about you. And you're cold. Curious little being who just wants to learn and study. You precious thing. I'm okay. Confound it. This says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Dhim'a! It's truly you, and not some figment of my imagination. Oh, but this is wonderful. 'Twould seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the Lightwardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I am hopeful the search for our stolen steward may begin in earnest. Catelys, meanwhile, leads the Crystal and Mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe we are as yet set uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. I'm just trying to assuage everyone's fears here. What can I tell them? Lies. Just don't answer them. I don't know why it's come back. It's not because of me. What am I gonna have to do? Throw myself into the void? How do we even get to the void? Dimwood. He would probably do that, if need be. That was the only way. But he doesn't know how to get there. Says it's a Reaper. I mean, he does. Okay, canonically, Dim could probably just drag himself into the void, but I don't know if that would work. Dhim'a, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you're recovering enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we've been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the likes. If you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Aye, well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It would be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time. Sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Greetings, Glenard. The Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm seeking our absent genius, and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius, you mean old Grenold. He is a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. But what good does his talent do us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grenold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I'd wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I've heard of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being. But on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? Before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I'd suggest partaking of my stock if you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have quite a few regulars I'd like to introduce you to. I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it? Here, here. Can't forget the heart upon which this city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of a home to return to. Trying to reassure them that everything's fine, and in the meantime, I'm the cause of their problems. Dhim'a, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Sounds like a good plan to me. Oh, I should mend my gear. I knew there was more than that was broken. It was just one thing. I think that probably next stream I'll do my next stream I think I'll probably do my role quests. We'll see. Because I know I need to do those relatively soon. And I know I have to complete them before I can actually finish this expansion, so it'd be a good idea to just go ahead and get it out of the way. Provided I can. I want to do it all in one shot, so I've been kind of waiting. It's beautiful.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky, knowing what it means to everyone, and that you're responsible.
Secrecy is worse. I'd rather people knew. Still can't believe it's coming from me. It's all such a mess.
Aye. An all too familiar one. Here you stand alone, expecting no one else to bear the burden for you. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and... well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive. Well, come on then.
Fist bump him! Fist bump him!
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Ew.
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it. Cut ties with the mortal world? Hide away in the castle?
Oh, fair.
It won't fix the problem. But would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Ilmeg will rise up in your defense.
No, fair.
My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them. What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling. You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment. At this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue. You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But What will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
It's about time that I call it a night. That was a very good little bit of story. And I'm afraid of what the future brings. And it hurts. And it was so good. Thank you for joining me tonight. And I will see you all next time to finish this up. Good night.